flashbacks revives an ancient costume drama of intrigue and chivalry. The decadent court of Henry III of France is filled with yo-yo players and other depraved characters. But even in those days, there was a housing shortage, and now one of Henry's spies tells him of a vacant apartment out of town. The king orders his troops to seize it at once. But the king's sister, Princess Prunella, is also in the market for the same apartment. She receives a note reporting what Henry is up to. What a take. Thinking quickly, Princess Prunella tells her lady-in-waiting to stop waiting and deliver a note to one of her loyal followers. The Duke of Marmalade, a fugitive from an operetta, receives Prunella's messenger. Prunella isn't asking him to do much, just ambush the king's troops, that's all. It's a large order, but for a furnished apartment, it's worth it. Marmalade gathers his band of moth-eaten Boy Scouts around him, and they're off for an evening of fun. The king's men haven't gone far as the escrow flies when they're attacked by Marmalade's men in one of the most unexciting fights ever filmed. Get a load of how little Lord Fauntleroy on the right bites the dust. Marmalade's team wins by a decision, but one of his men is mortally wounded. Oh well, we can't hang around here all day. But what's this? One of the king's men is still alive, and he's going to snitch. Henry hears how he was cheated out of getting the apartment. Prunella must have put someone up to it, but who could it be? He'll find out tonight at the ball. What a lavish production. They must have spent over $50 for actors in this one scene alone. Henry has a fiendishly clever plan. He will insult Prunella. Whoever takes her part must be the guilty one. And now for the main event, the insult supreme. Henry steps on Prunella's fan. What an insult! The princess is about to burst a gasket. But the Duke of Marmalade can stand it no longer. He must come to Prunella's aid. He stepped into Henry's trap. Now Marmalade is in a jam. Prunella's gaskets are bursting like mad while Henry seals Marmalade's doom. He signs his eviction notice. A fancy-dress process server gives Marmalade the notice, but Marmalade ignores it. He's got a lease. Marmalade's lease expires, and the moral is, whoever helps an apartment hunter always gets it in the end. The war between the states was a favorite subject of early movie makers. Here, Lieutenant Stonewall Underduck, an officer of the Confederacy, shows the South's newest secret weapon, an ironclad gunboat, to Scarlet O'Amber, a Yankee visitor. So Scarlet, who just happens to be a lady spy, just happens to mention the hiding place of the ironclad in a letter to her uncle, who just happens to be the general in charge of the Northern Army. How her message ever got to the Northern general isn't very clear, But anyhow, he's going to do something about it. An amphibious attack, 1910 version. Stonewall was just telling Scarlet how many guns the South has when there is a slight interruption. Blabbermouth runs, not walks, to the nearest exit. This train has munitions that the Ironclad must have if it's to fight back, and Stonewall arrives to spread the news that the Yankees are on the way. Who will save the train now? Why, Stonewall and his brave girlfriend, a flower of the old South, will save the train. Stonewall gets shot in the woodpile. That's a joke, son. Scarlet is up to some more of her Yankee tricks. If she can set the trestle afire, the train will be wrecked. So she runs off stage for a light. Very convenient. The train isn't wrecked, but one of the munition cars is on fire. Scenes like this once made Nickelodeon audiences gasp with horror. Safety at last, and the munitions are delivered in the nick of time for the great sea battle. The South is losing, and it's all Stonewall's fault. Scarlet's expression changes as the battle goes against the Northern boat. The Northern troops flee. Scarlet is arrested, and the South wins. The South, that is.